Hey you guys, welcome to Audrey's reading area. I'm here with another fun and exciting book to read to you on this. Today's Wednesday. What do we do on Wednesdays? You guys remember? You guys remember? Do you remember? Yes, Multicultural Awareness Wednesdays. Multicultural Awareness Wednesday. So, I'm going to read a book to you about Australia. Dropping in on Australia. It says, pack your bags. You're going on a trip. But first, before we go on this trip, first click like, first click share. Then when this video is done, when I'm finished here, go on over to YouTube, Audrey's reading area, and smash that subscribe button for me. You're going to smash it for me, right? And then you're going to go ahead and punch that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Now, pack your bags. We're going on a trip to Australia. Open these pages and travel to a fascinating faraway place. Fly above a country and touch down to explore its cities and natural beauty. Experience ancient culture. As you roam, you'll meet many wonderful people, including other kids. You'll see how they live. Wow, that's going to be exciting, fun. Uncover the secrets of map reading. Map reading. You can see my jacket here. Yes, world map. Uncover the secrets of map reading and navigation as you pilot a hot air balloon across rainforests, deserts, and mountaintops. When your journey is complete, you'll return home with a better understanding of the world around you and happy memories of the new friends you met along the way. Dropping in on Australia. It's a geography series written by Lewis K. Parker. Lewis K. Parker. Wow. This looks fun and interesting, doesn't it? Our blue ball, the Earth. It's like a blue marble, right? The Earth can be divided into two hemispheres. The world hemisphere means half a ball. In this case, the ball is the Earth. The equator is an imaginary line that runs around the middle of the Earth. It separates the northern hemisphere from the southern hemisphere. North America, where Canada, the United States, and Mexico are located, is in the northern hemisphere. See? Yes. We're learning and it makes it fun and fun. I'm making it fun. Fun. The southern hemisphere. When the South Pole is tilted towards the sun's most powerful rays strike the southern half of the Earth and less sunshine hits the northern hemisphere. That is when people in the southern hemisphere enjoy summer. When the South Pole is tilted away from the sun and the northern hemisphere receives the most sunshine, the seasons reverse. Didn't know that, did you? The winter comes to the southern hemisphere. The seasons in the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere are always opposite. Australia is in the southern hemisphere. Wow. Let me ask Alexa, Amazon, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area at 5 o'clock p.m.
All right. I keep forgetting to ask. I didn't forget this time. I just did it late, right? Get ready for Australia. Listen, look at Australia. Beautiful. This is one of the places that I really want to visit one day. Australia. Get ready for Australia. Hop into your hot air balloon. Let's take a trip. Australia is the world's largest island. Did you hear that? The world's largest island. Yes. It is the only country that is also a continent. So Australia is a country and a continent. The only one. Isn't that interesting? It's the only country that's also a continent. Didn't know that, did ya? It is about the size of the mainland United States. The population of Australia is about 1,800 million, which is almost the same as the population of New York State. The name Australia means southern place. Didn't know that either. It is often called the land down under, down under, because it is below the equator of the southern hemisphere. Wow. I'm learning with you guys. Stop 1, Sydney, Australia. Sydney. We'll begin our Australia visit in Sydney. This city, which is on the southeast coast, is the largest city in Australia. About 4 million people live here. Sydney is a busy city with tall buildings and a very beautiful harbor. In the streets, you'll see musicians, singers, and jugglers. An important stop is the Sydney Opera House, which faces the harbor. This unusual looking opera house has a roof that resembles sails, seashells, or birds' wings, depending on how you look at it. The roofs are made up of thousands of white tiles. The harbor bridge is near the opera house. The bridge is frequently called the coat hanger because it looks like a coat hanger. Now we're going to fly north to the Great Barrier Reef. See? Yes. Wow, look at that. Stop 2, the Great Barrier Reef. This is the picture for that. The Great Barrier Reef is the longest string of coral reefs in the world. It stretches about 1,250 miles along the east coast of Australia in the Coral Sea. That is about the same length as the west coast of the United States from Mexico and Canada. From Mexico to Canada. The Great Barrier Reef was formed thousands of years ago. During low tide, you can see through the crystal clear water to the coral below. Many kinds of sea animals live among the coral. Sea cucumbers are common, and are blue and red starfish, Giant clams that weigh more than 150 pounds. Clams weighing more than 150 pounds. Green turtles that are 3 feet across, and other sea creatures make the coral their home. Wow. Wow. That's the Great Barrier Reef right here. It says a scuba diver reaches out to tropical fish in the Great Barrier Reef. Many kinds of coral and sea animals live here. Look at that. Beautiful. 3. Stop 3. The Ayers Rock. You see this? The Ayers Rock. Ayers Rock is a natural sandstone tower in the Northern Territory that is a half a mile around its base. So to go around it is a half a mile. And it's 2 miles wide. It rises more than 1,000 feet above the flat earth. Ayers Rock is called Uluru by the Aborigines. They are the native people of Australia, the Aborigines. They consider the rock a sacred place. And it's very easy to understand the Aborigines' belief when you see the rock. Look at that. It changes color as rays of the sun strike it from sunrise to sunset. Wow, that's interesting. It slowly turns from a reddish color to a deeper red. And it seems to glow from within before it fades to black. The next morning, it begins as a gray slab and slowly changes over the day to deep red again. Wow. The Ayers Rock is in a part of Australia often called the bush. The bush. Ayers Rock glows red in the sunlight. Its red color comes from a layer of rusty dust on its surface. Wow. And then you can see right here it's saying The Ayers Rock was right here. And this is the coral reef. So this is the Ayers Rock. Wow. Interesting. The Aborigines. We're going to take a little bit of time out to meet the Aborigines. Aborigines. The native inhabitants of Australia are called Aborigines. There are about 200,000 Aborigines in Australia. About half of these people live in cities and towns. The rest live and work on cattle and sheep stations or on their own land. Aborigines can survive in barren wilderness areas where there are few plants and no water. Some Aborigines who live in the wilderness or bush wear little clothing. They often wear only a naga or a loin cloth. Aborigines in the bush usually live in shelters made of branches. However, some live in houses. Aborigines speak a language that has many clicking sounds. Here are some of their words. Anangu, the people Aborigines, it means the people. Kapi or kapai, water. Malu is a kangaroo. Nguru is home, means home. Now let's sail northwest to the Great Sandy Desert. So these are Aborigines in the Northern Territory, and they hold a traditional dance. They're holding a traditional dance. Uluru, Ayers Rock, can be seen in the distance. See? The Ayers Rock is right back there. All right. Stop 4, the Great Sandy Desert. Wow. The Great Sandy Desert is an enormous desert in Western Australia. Australians call much of the eastern central area of this state the Outback. The Outback. The Great Sandy Desert is hot and dry. Some of the lakes in this desert are dry for many years at a time. About 2,000 Aborigines live in the Great Sandy Desert. Further south, the Pinnacle Desert is a flat, sandy area that has strange limestone rocks. This desert often looks like a forest of rust-colored rocks. From August to October, wildflowers bloom throughout the desert, making it come alive with the colors of the rainbow. Now let's fly southwest to Perth. Perth. This is a picture of the Great Sandy Desert. It's a vast desert in Western Australia that is home to very few people. Inset. This is the inset. It says, large limestone rocks make up the landscapes of the Pinnacle Desert. So you can see this. Large limestone rocks. And this is the Great Sandy Desert. And this up here, look at that. So this is the Great Sandy Desert. This, yeah, that big rock that we saw, and then Coral Sea. Wow, they're showing you the distance between all of these places. Interesting. Stop number 5. We're going to Perth. Perth, Australia. Perth, a major seaport by the Indian Ocean, is the largest city in Western Australia. In front of the Perth Town Hall is a tower of minerals. This tower represents the mineral wealth of Western Australia. Many minerals and gems are mined in this area. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. And you see the travel? The distance? Let's take a little bit of a time out again. A visit to a sheep station. A sheep station. In Australia, there are 9 times as many sheep as there are people. 9 times as there are people. The amount of sheep. Wow. Australia has about 80,000 sheep stations where the sheep are raised and then sheared, which means cutting their hair off of their fur hair, or shaved for their wool. Their wool. That's it. They're shaved for their wool. Sheep are sheared. They're shaving them to get the wool. And that's how they make clothes for us. Sheep are sheared during mustering time, an annual roundup of the sheep during the hottest time of the year. Shearing keeps the sheep cool, and keeps ticks and lice off of them. Workers herd the sheep down to a shearing shed. There, a shearer uses mechanical clippers to cut off the wool. First, the shearer clips the worthless wool along the belly and the inside of the legs. Next, the excellent wool on the sheep's back, called a fleece, is removed in one piece. One fleece may weigh about 10 pounds. Wow. 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 Now let's hop in our balloon and swing southeast to Victoria. You guys ready? Woo! Woo! Stop 6, Victoria. This southern area of Australia contains more than 4 million people. Look at that. More than 4 million people. It has flat plains stretching westward and mountains in its north. Along the coast, the view is spectacular, with huge rocks and pounding waves. The mountains are called the Victorian Alps. They are a part of the Great Dividing Range. This range of mountains separate the fertile coast from the interior. The Victorian Alps are prized for skiing. Mount Hotham and Mount Buller are considered excellent for this sport. The southeast region of Victoria is called Gippsland. This area receives enough rainfall to be a fertile area for farming. Wheat and fruit are grown here. Large coal deposits have been found in Gippsland as well. Also, 3 major rivers create a huge lake system here. Wow. Look at the traveling here. So here. So we started here. We traveled here. We went here. We went here. We just went here. Wow. Now we'll travel south to Melbourne. That's the capital city of Victoria. So stop number 7 is Melbourne. Look at that. Looks like Chicago or, yeah. Looks like somewhere here. About 3 million people live in Melbourne, the capital of Victoria. The city has both wide boulevards lined with gardens and straight streets that sometimes turn into narrow alleys. The Yarra River runs along the southern side of the city. There are many parks, walkways, and bike trails along the banks of the river. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Just south of Melbourne, you can visit Phillip Island. This island is the home of fairy penguins. These little penguins spend all day in the ocean hunting for fish. At night, they waddle up on shore and walk in single file to burrow into their nests. Aww. Floodlights are set up on the beach so that visitors can watch the penguins parade. Wow. This is the South Gate, and it crosses the Yarra River in downtown Melbourne. Look at that. Beautiful. Going to take a time out again to learn the animals of Australia. A frilled lizard flares its collar and shows its color. That's this thing right here. Whoa. Animals of Australia. Australia is famous for its unusual animals, some of which are not found anywhere else. Australia has a variety of marsupials, mammals that have pouches in which they carry their young, their babies. The best known marsupial is the kangaroo. Some kangaroos weigh 185 pounds. They can jump 28 feet in one single bound, like one jump, 28 feet. And they can run 50 miles per hour. 50 miles an hour. That's higher than the speed limit on a regular street. Wow. Koalas carry their newborn babies in pouches too. But later the babies ride on their mother's back. Aw. That's a koala. Aw. And this is a kangaroo. Look at that. Kangaroo. Wow. Australia also has strange birds and reptiles. The emu is a huge bird that can't fly. The kookaburras have a loud cry that sounds like wild laughter. So if you ever go to Australia and you hear a loud cry that sounds like loud laughter, it's a kookaburra. Okay? The frilled lizard, which is a reptile, has a collar around its neck. The collar flares out when the lizard is threatened by another animal. Wow. Interesting stuff. This is some good stuff. Stop number 8. Tasmania. That's the Tasmanian devil. Tasmania. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Tasmania is a heart-shaped island about 150 miles off the southeast coast of Australia. Okay? Tasmania is mountainous. It has heavy rainfall, and it has 4,000 lakes. Wow. Most of the people live on the north and southeast coasts, where the land is rich and fertile. The south, west, and west receive a lot of rain, and as a result, rainforests have developed there. The rainforest is so thick that the light coming through the trees is pale green. Wow, that's got to be beautiful. The rainforest has sassafras trees, eucalyptus trees, giant trees that are thousands of years old. The Tasmanian devil, a marsupial, lives here. Those live there. These animals are mean, and they look it. Their powerful jaws and sharp teeth allow them to easily chew through bone. You can chew through some bones. Wow. Wouldn't want to run into that while I'm visiting. But this is our travel. We traveled up here, 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 and down here to Tasmania. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Now it's time to set sail for home. When you return, you can think back on the wonderful adventure you had in Australia. That's when you watch this video again or visit Australia. The end. Aw. The Aussie language. The people of Australia, they call them Aussies. Aussie. People in Australia speak English. They also have their own way of using the English language. Many words have special meanings, and here is a list of some Aussie words. I'll read them to you. Aussie words: bail out. Bail out. It means leave. Barbie. Let's have a Barbie. It means barbecue. Bathers. Bathers. Let's wear some bathers. It means swimsuit. Got to put on your bathers to go to the pool. Beg yours. Beg yours means I beg your pardon or excuse me. Bikies are biscuits or cookies. Bikies. Wow, I didn't know that. Burl. Burl means have a try. Chips. Chips. When we say fish and chips, we mean what? French fries. That's what theirs means too. Chips means French fries. Chook. Chook. C-H-O-O-K. C-H-O-O-K. Chook is chicken. It's chicken. Wow. Chicken. Okay. Chook con pollo. Yeah. Chook. Crisps. Crisps. Can you guys guess what a crisp is? You got it. Potato chips. Potato chips. Docks. D-A-K-S. Trousers. D-A-K-S. Docks. Or trousers. Or pants. What we will call pants. Put on your dock. Or we'd say pull up your docks. Pull them up. Ear bash. Ear bash. Oh man, he gave me a real ear bash. That means talk non-stop. That's funny. I get that one. Grouse. Grouse. Very good. So if something is very good, they say grouse. Icy pole. Icy pole. That's what we call popsicles. An icy pole. Lolly water. Lolly water. Soft drink. That's what we call a soft drink or a soda. They call it lolly water. No worries. They say that in Jamaica too. No worries means no problem. So in Jamaica, they say no worries and no problem. No worries, no problem. But no worries in Australia means no problem. Yahoo is a noisy person. A Yahoo is a noisy person. You can pause this. If it's reversed on the screen, because I don't have a way of reversing it, you can put a mirror up to it and look at the mirror, the reflection of the mirror, to remind you what what says. Wow. I had fun reading this to you guys. I hope you had fun as I read Dropping In on Australia. Yes, dropping in on Australia. Don't forget, you guys, go on over to YouTube, to Audrey's Reading Area. Smash that subscribe button for me. Punch that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And you can get to watch it. And you can tell all your friends about it. Tell them to subscribe too. All right, you guys. Now, shout out to my mom who's always here. My mom, Bev, shout out. Shout out to my son from another mother, Jeremiah. I see you. Thank you for being here, you guys. Thank you, Victoria and my cousin Ellie, who shares every day they share my video. You guys, please share this video. Share it. Share it. Go on over to YouTube, subscribe, and share all those videos there too. Copy the link, paste it wherever you're going to share it, and share it. Share it. All right, you guys, I'll see you soon. Tomorrow, right? Live. Live at 5 tomorrow. That's Live. I said live at 5 tomorrow here at Audrey's Reading Area. See you soon.